Hello, I'm Cade and my TED Talk will be about learning styles. So, learning styles are the way you learn. So, like how information gets processed into your mind, like so that you know it like well. And there are 8 different kinds of learning styles. There, everyone everyone is one of these learning styles, if not a few of them. So there's visual, which is you prefer to use pictures, diagrams, images, and spatial understandings to help you learn. So if you look at something, you just kind of you know it from that. Like you don't have to read about it and look at it, and you know it. And understand you understand it once you like look at it. So that's visual. And there's musical, which is you prefer using sounds or music or even rhythms to help you learn. Which in like Spanish, there's songs to learn the ABCs. Like that's kind of the musical learn style that helps people. There's physical, which is you use your hands, body, and sense of touch to help you learn. You might even act things out, which is kind of like hands-on learning, which I think a big majority of people are. And there is solitary, which is you like to work alone. You use self-study and prefer your own company when learning, which is you learn the best when you're by yourself and you have 100% focus to what you're doing, no distractions of other people. That's solitary. And then there's social, which is you like to learn new things as a part of a group. Explaining your understandings to a group helps you to learn. So this is a big one when in class your teacher puts you into groups to learn as a group. This is what social learning is. And there's logical or mathematical, which is learning is easier for you if you use logic, reasoning systems, and sequences. This one's a little more confusing to me, but it's not just math. It involves a lot more than just math. It's going to be all types of learning. And there's verbal, which is words are your strong point. You prefer to use words both in speech and in writing. So verbal, just kind of flat out how I explained it. That's verbal. And the last one is combination. And your learning style is a combination of 2 or more of these styles, which it also probably a big majority of people, a lot of people can learn in many different forms. So just think, which learning style are you? So the problem is that schools, lots of students, like including myself, like I struggle with learning a lot, and I know a lot of other students that struggle with learning, and it's a lot of times like if there's a lecture, I'll be looking up, and then all of a sudden my mind will just be focused on some random stuff and I just lose track of time, no clue what's going on, what the teacher is saying, and before you know it, it's just over, and I've learned no new information. And I know many other students have the same problem, so that's the problem, is that not my learning style, which I'm a physical learner, is not being used all the time, so I'm not getting the best out of my learning all the time. And that goes with a lot of students who also struggle with learning. Their learning style is not being used all the time, so they cannot always get the best of their learning. So the solution I thought of was if schools, if they tested all the students, just like they spent a week or something, just getting like as much out as they can to like learn their learning styles, and set classes as like English first period will be verbal, like second period English, physical throughout the day. It's like your one learning style. And if like people have two learning styles, or like their combination of learning styles, so they have many learning styles, then they can be put into majority, like, or into a lot more of the different classes, so that like it won't always bunch up into like one class that most people are that learning style. It like arranges to all of them. So like that's my solution, just because if because I'm a physical learner, if I was if the style the teachers taught to me was physical, so like I was hands-on doing all the work 100% of the time in all 7 of my classes, I think I'd probably get a 4.0 out of straight A's, because I'd actually be learning every step of the way and I'd pick up all the information. Like, even if we did that, I feel like I wouldn't even have to study anymore, just because I'd be learning it all in class. And I think it'd save time for students and all this stuff that goes on about kids not learning, just because they're always hands-on, will be learning. And you may be thinking, oh, well, if you're a physical learner, the only way to be hands-on is like with small classes, which is not true, because if they set up the classes in the ways by each learning style, then you may, like, the whole class will all have their own hands-on stuff to work with for like a physical class. And so it can be a 30 kids in one class, everyone doing the same thing, hands-on, really involved, rather than just all listening to the teacher. That's the best solution that could help tons of students, all students, get the best of their learning and excel in school as much as they can. And thank you for listening.